I spent from age 16 to 21 feeling like absolute fucking dog shit. Really bad gut symptoms, all the ones you can think of. I suffered from depression, I lost loads of weight, become anemic, and the doctors basically parred me off and said, "You're alright, you're just stressed." Listen doctor, I'm not stressed. I don't give a fuck about college or university really. I was never bothered. Quite a laid back geezer, yeah, it was. So I got misdiagnosed for like 5 years. That whole 5 years was a really shit time. I fell out with a lot of people, made a lot of stupid mistakes, and it affected me that much. It made me so irritable and stressed and very reactive and hostile, especially when I drank. I really didn't know what was going on. I was just starting to just deteriorate. Mentally, I was really fucked, to the point where I thought I had something wrong with me up here and it was making my gut bad. It was actually the other way around. I got diagnosed when I was 21. The pain was fucking unbearable. You know, if you're listening to this, you've had Crohn's or any autoimmune disease, and it's real bad. When it gets bad, it's real bad. And no one around you understands. I woke up the next day, they operated on me thinking it was my appendix had burst. When it wasn't my appendix, it was actually my gut. So that's how shit they are, is that even after 5 years of telling them I've got gut problems, when I came in with really bad gut pain, they thought it was my appendix. I woke up thinking my appendix was removed and everything was going to be fine. I was going to go home and be absolutely sound, but I wasn't. They told me I had Crohn's disease. This to me was a shock, and it was to my whole family. Everyone was very upset. I was actually half buzzing about it. I was actually quite pleased. It vindicated the previous 5 years, and it made me think, yes, now I know why I've been suffering for so long and not knowing why. Now I know it's not something wrong with me. It's not because I'm lazy. It's not because I've got something wrong with my brain or my mentality. It's not any of that. It's, you have a disease, kid, and that's what's holding you back. So for me, I was like, well, I know what it is now. I know what it is. I can get rid of it. I can find out a way. Immediately the doctor calmed me down and said, no son, this is an incurable disease. Yeah, you won't get rid of this. You will now be on drugs, probably for the rest of your life. And just like you and anyone else watching this who's got sick, you probably can relate to a lot of this. And you've been through the process with the doctors and the NHS and the specialists, the gastroenterologists and the bone doctors and all the other people who are all these experts, and basically all they're really looking to do is either do surgery or put you on drugs. It's put you on drugs or do surgery. There's nothing really outside of that, to be honest. That's their remit, okay? And I used to blame them for that, and I used to hate doctors, but I don't anymore. This is what they do. This is how they're trained as medical professionals. They see someone coming in with symptoms, they open up their book and they write the correct prescription. The person leaves, they go away, they take the drug, alleviate some symptoms. Does it cure any of these diseases? No, or else we wouldn't have them. It's a bit of a fucked up system. It's not the doctor's fault. I used to think it was, but they just don't know any better. You're the doctor and you're the CEO of your health. Don't put your business in the hands of someone else who isn't running it well. You're clearly not getting any better. You're clearly looking for alternatives, and you need to be person who learns and understands why you're sick and what's going on. I'm gonna start introducing you to things you can do to mitigate disease. or reverse disease, because I have beaten Crohn's. It has gone. I don't have it anymore. And I've followed some simple philosophy, and the philosophy is that we belong in nature. The more we move away from nature, the sicker we get. Bollocks! Fuck off, Jesus, you cunt. I understand. I look like Jesus, and I am a cunt. But one thing I won't do is lie to you. Telling the truth. Haven't got it anymore. Diet and food plays a role, but nowhere near as much as I used to think it did. I used to think that diet really was the be all and end all. It can be used as a really helpful tool when someone's sick. I had to teach myself all of this. So I'm not saying I'm some kind of scientific expert, but I have had to navigate through the health maze, and it is a fucking maze. It's a black forest, that's what it is. And there's loads of deceitful bastards in that forest, loads of monsters that you have to know and learn what they are and who they are, and when and to avoid them. And I feel like a lot of people who are in my position, who are sick, when the medication's not working, they don't know what else to do, and they get taken advantage of by people who make and sell supplements and diets and fancy gadgets that are going to cure the disease or optimise your health. A lot of it is a load of bollocks. Why is everyone getting sick? All disease, why is it increasing and getting worse and worse and worse? Do you ever just stop and think, what the fuck is going on? Why is everything going to shit the last 10-20 years? Crohn's disease didn't exist in the human until 1927. What was it in 1927 that made that disease come about? The doctors don't know, science doesn't know, none of the scientists know. So hang on a minute, how come none of the wild animals have our diseases? We're the only animal that gets it. The tribal humans don't get any of these diseases, but we get them. What is the difference? So immediately you're probably thinking, it's the food, it's the food. It's a bit like this. If we lived in nature, we wouldn't have these diseases. Me and you, we wouldn't have it, okay? We have photoreceptors in our eyes that absorb light from the sunrise and the sunset, or any light at any time of day, to tell our body clock what time it is. And this is how our body runs its business efficiently. Really that simple. Disease actually is just a manifestation of a bad environment. And your bad environment is when you're putting on loads of fucking lights at night when it needs to be dark. It really is that simple. And I'm living, breathing example of what can happen when you sort out your light environment, when you just move with the cycle of the sun. I'm coming at this from a unique angle, you know. Everyone out there is telling you to eat blueberries, fucking smoothies, and take supplement XYZ, and fucking you need probiotics fucking everywhere, up your arse and in your mouth, and I don't know what they're fucking saying, yeah, but none of it works. Like, it works for a bit, or it'll help a little bit, but it doesn't cure your disease, because if it did, then everyone would be fucking cured, because everyone's eating healthy now. Everyone's eating avocados and fucking coconut oil. Everyone's still got problems. Nothing's changed. It's our fucking environment. Our environment is the most important thing. All we have to do is reconnect and get back to nature. But you see, it's very difficult to do that in 2019. Because everyone works in an office, everyone works indoors under fake light, no one goes outside, and this is a real inconvenient truth. And I know what I'm saying is really inconvenient. I know what I'm asking you to do. But if you're really sick, then you've got to think to yourself, okay, I'm going to give this a try. I'm just going to give blackout blinds and pitch black after 8 or 9 PM at night, and breakfast every day, and see the sunrise and the sunset if I can, or just get 15 minutes, just 15 minutes of sunshine a day, in the morning especially, can help. You are fucking winning if you can get a bit of this, you know? Just try it. You give all these diets and give all these fucking supplements and gurus and these fucking wanker influencers online, you give them your time and your likes and your comments, But I'm here, a genuine living, breathing example of someone who has reversed not one, but 2 diseases, and depression. I really fucking suffer with that. I've got rid of that. And there's loads of things you can do that I'm going to introduce with these videos, and loads of little hacks you can do to buy you time. But ultimately, the big thing is your environment is what's causing your disease. Disease is a manifestation of a shit environment, and you need to get out of that environment. But while you're figuring out how to get to a better environment with more sunlight, you can do certain things like the ketogenic diet or the blackout blinds and high protein, high fat breakfast in the morning as soon as you wake up, and getting the sunrise and getting the sunset and getting outside as much as you can. These things will help. They will help. I promise you. You will feel better. And I bet you already know it. I bet you're already thinking, oh yeah, when I went to Cyprus or when I went to Spain that time, I didn't have any problems, I didn't have any symptoms. Yes, because you were outside in the sun all day long. That is the key. That fucker there is the key to all of this. The more sun we can get, the better we're all gonna be. But we just live in a world where we've shut the sun out and no one's aware of how bad that is. And it's really fucking bad. Really bad.